Hello everyone, this is FIDE Master Niranjan and I am joined by a very star comedian Angad Ranyal. Hello sir.
Hello. Thank you, Niranjan. Thank you for taking out time and wasting it on me. Thank you so much.
No, I would consider this as an investment rather than saying it's a waste. I am very thrilled because I have not interacted with a star comedian like you before.
Oh, please. There's nothing thrilling about interacting with us at all. You will realize it soon. You'll realize it in a few minutes. You'll be like, okay, this wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be.
No. I have my own share of questions. So before we get to chess, I want to know this from you that do you have some stages you prepare in your mind before your show? Like cue cards or something through which that you can remember them and then in case you forget, you can then recall the whole story. Do you have something like that in comedy?
No. So generally, the thing is, there's one thing known as open mics where you try out new jokes.
Okay.
So in that, I would probably take a notepad with my important points.
Okay.
And earlier in the career, it was too much on, oh no, I cannot miss one punchline. Now with experience, you're still like, okay, even if I miss something, I'll figure something out and on stage. So yeah, when you're trying newer bits, then you go with, a prepared sort of key points that you were going to mention.
Mm-hmm.
And, we are all engineers. Most of the comedians are engineers. So we are just great at mugging up stuff. So even if like 5-10 minutes beforehand, if we just look at things, you're able to mug up. But there's a lot of nervousness when you're trying a bit for the first time or the first 5-10 times because you don't know whether it will go well. While you're writing, you think you're a genius. Nothing. Every line is funny. Every pause is funny. It's only when you get closer to the performance, you start questioning your, your talent.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have watched your one show with Tapsi Pannu, and she also was very hesitant at using cue cards. I have watched that scene, the whole segment. So I wanted to know. So for today, I'll tell you what I usually do. Like, let's say I have a tournament coming up, and I know that this particular guy is my opponent. If I have not prepared that well in the last 2 months, let's say I have just some time left, then I look at the losses of my opponent.
Okay.
So that will help me in understanding where are my chances.
Okay.
So that's what we are actually trying to do now.
We are analyzing Rahul's game, or we are playing basically against Rahul in games that he lost.
Correct.
Okay.
Then, in addition to that, I'll start with something very basic. So you have to tell me, once I finish the explanation, or to tell me whether that's right or not. So let's begin. You have a plain chessboard in front of you, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to say hi to the chat once before we completely go into chess. Hello chat, thanks for coming. I'm very excited. All right, let's get to the board. So in chess, there are 3 stages. One is opening, middle game and end game. This is known. But if you go even higher, you will know that there are some transitions. Let's not get into that. I'm going to say about the opening first. In openings, there are some things you must do and there are some things you must not do. I'll first tell you what are the things you must not do. I have done this based on studying your games. So I checked your games and I've done some homework.
Okay.
So one thing which I want to share is, let's say you have a game, all positions, all pieces are there and you make the moves. Let's say you play knight moves. Once you develop your piece, don't make the move with the same piece again. That's the first don't. Okay?
Until the piece is attacked.
Until the piece is attacked, yes. Yeah. Unless necessary.
Okay.
So chess is an, they say it's an individual game, but I would like to believe that it's a team game. We are taking all our forces along with us. So it's important that we pay attention to each of our pieces, not just one piece, not have a bias.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. Don't move the same piece again and again. Then the next thing that I want to say is don't make unnecessary pawn moves. If you want me to put it in acronym, then it is NUPM. No unnecessary pawn moves. What I mean by no unnecessary pawn moves is, जब ज़रूरत ही नहीं है तब pawn push करने की ज़रूरत नहीं. When your opponent is like threatening, let's say he wants to come with his bishop to g4, but it's not dangerous. You are worried even before it comes here and play h3. Then what happens in opening is, the drawback of the pawn moves is अगर वो आगे चले जाएंगे पीछे नहीं आएंगे वापस.
हाँ.
So pawn moves are expensive. You cannot undo it.
Okay.
So ऐसे हम देखेंगे कि हर बार when you make a pawn move, the pawn loses focus of the adjacent squares. For example, your pawn move h3, the pawn on h3 is no longer now controlling g3.
Yep.
So that's the second don't. Don't make unnecessary pawn moves. Don't move the same piece again and again. Then, what are the do's? So these are the 2 things I observed. Do's, try to castle between 8 to 10 moves or even earlier.
Okay.
And try to connect rooks before move number 14.
Okay.
So I'll just give you an example what it means. For example, let's go d4, knight f3, e3, bishop d3, castles, c4, knight c3, queen e2. I'm just trying to make up a position. And then let's say you play bishop e3, you are connecting the rooks. This is called connecting the rooks. Rooks अपने आप को देख रहे हैं, like this. What this essentially means is you have finished your development.
Yes.
So this is the stage of opening. Now I'll ask you some questions, okay? You have to tell me whether that move is right or wrong.
Are those questions from my games?
You can say that. So you can say that. Could be from your games. All right. So let me get the first game. All right. So we have the game. Now you played h6, okay, bishop h4. What is the move you would like to make now with this new information as black?
Ideally move my the darker bishop out.
Correct. Yeah. See, I already see a change. So these are the small changes I want to focus on.
Okay.
So you answered this correctly. You have to develop the bishop and not touch this pawn unnecessarily.
Huh.
Because if you intend to castle on the king side, it exposes your king's position.
True.
Then let's go. Okay, in this position, after queen e1, given a second chance, what is the move you are likely to make?
Wait, can I flip the board so that?
Yes, you can flip the board. You go to settings. Do you know how to flip the board?
There used to be an icon. I can't find that.
Yeah,
In
I'll tell you
settings, I
where
should
it
go.
is. It is towards.
I got it.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
In settings, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a retweet symbol.
Yeah, it's the same one.
So in the game, you played knight d4, which is
I
okay.
played knight d4. Okay.
But with this new information now, new move, new piece.
Then I will move my c8 bishop basically.
Correct. That's all. So I just wanted to make sure that I take care of your openings, because I have observed that your opponent plays very fast in the opening stage. Then that's the part I wanted to tell you. So alright, we are already going to the next stage now. I have finished dealing with openings. So these are the only changes you need to make in your openings. No unnecessary pawn moves. एक पीस को जब हम आगे लाते हैं दोबारा उसको छूना नहीं है unless necessary.
Got it.
Okay. Now we'll come to a story. I'll take off all the pieces, and now I'm giving you a chance to place the white king. Place it anywhere you want.
Anywhere.
Anywhere you want. Place the white king anywhere. It's like you choose.
I have to tell you the point, right? I can't touch it and.
Yeah, you can touch it. For example, you can see above your name, you can see the pieces. So you click on one piece and then you drop it to a square.
Okay, in all the pieces I can't see king, unfortunately.
Okay, maybe reload the page.
Okay, wait. It is still showing all the pieces underneath my name, but I can't move anything. Okay, if I have to drop the king, let's drop it at d8.
Okay. Let's say king d8. And I'll put my king on g1. I want you to place 3 pawns.
Black pawn?
Black pawns.
Okay, then let's place it at anywhere in the board, right?
Anywhere on the board, yes.
Then let's place them at c2, b2 and a2.
c2, b2 and a2. Okay. So these are dangerous pawns because all the pawns are about to get promoted. Okay. All right. So like you have art, we can also create positions like this in chess, which are called compositions.
Okay.
So I'll just compose a puzzle just for you in this situation. So I'll put my bishop here, pawn here, and rook here. And I'll ask you to think of a move. This is based on what you have learnt already, CCTP. And if this were the position and it's white to move, what is the move you are likely to make as white, let's say?
As white, oh, okay.
Just doing one small edit. All right, this is, let's going to be here. And let me put it.
You're adding only the black pawns, right?
Yeah, I'm only adding black pawns. Yeah, this is the position. It is white to move. I'm adding only black pawns. So I just now put the pieces in such a way that there is no check, because knight is on f1 and supporting your king. Like you're not, your king is safe from the check. So if you are white, what is the move you are likely to make?
The only pieces that can give check are the bishop, but the king can easily take them.
Correct, very good. So this is what you just did is called process of elimination. You just eliminated them because you know that bishop c7 and bishop e7 don't work. So under CCTP, there is a priority list. You must consider checks first, which you have done. You must consider captures next. In this position, capturing doesn't make sense because your opponent is heavily up. He's going to put his pawns. So desperate situation, desperate measures. Under threats, you have to first prioritize the mating threat. Then comes attack on queen. In this position, there is no queen, so it makes sense to directly threaten a checkmate.
So the only way I see a checkmate is if I bring my rook to f8.
Correct.
Or g8.
Correct. So
the move would be to move the rook to, let's say, g3.
Okay, rook g3, what will he play? He will not let you stay there. Like if you play rook g3, what is the move he is likely to make?
He will make a queen, I'm guessing.
He'll make a queen, okay?
And then I move to, because
g8.
then I move to g8, yes.
Okay, but there is this opportunity for black to escape. If you play rook g3, he will play king e8. So that when you give rook g8 check, he'll run with his king to f7.
Oh, so the ideal move is to move f3.
Yes, that's the answer. So rook f3 is the answer. So this is just an example to show you how you consider CCTP, which you have already done before. Now let's come to the middle game part. I am confident now with this. I think with these simple tools you will be able to pass the opening stage.
Okay.
But the middle game stage, that is where I think you have maximum chance against Rahul. And also against the other player. Like let's say you win against Rahul, the other player I think will be either Yaya or
Jaspreet.
Jaspreet. So I have based on their games, this is what I have found out. Let's go to the middle game now. Let's say I put my king on g1 and give the king to g8. This is like a story. Like when you are playing, it just has to be done quickly because the game is of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you will train that now. Let's say this is the position. White pawn is here, white pawn is here, bishop is here. Alright, let's say this is the position and black has played rook to e8. So I will give you an acronym. If you want me to do that in Hindi, then it will be irada. I think that is the closest word. Like
intention, you're saying.
Intention, correct.
Yeah.
So उनका intention क्या है opponent का? ये पहले हमें जानना है.
हाँ. इस केस में तो he wants to checkmate at e1.
Correct. The next question you must ask कि उस move में कमी क्या है? The drawback. What is that move? Rook e8. Is there any drawback to that move here? No.
I mean, I can block it by if I move to f1, but then he can move his rook again.
Okay.
So the other way around is take the pawn forward. So if I take your g2 pawn to g3, then I'm also blocking bishop.
Correct. So this is, you've already reached the move. So I was talking about different stages to come to the correct move. So this is an easy example, you've got it. So after rook e8 is like finding the intention, irada. Then drawback, what I mean is create a story for yourself. May be true, may not be true, but it's important that you create a story for yourself that the rook on f8 was supporting the pawn on f7, which it is no longer doing now. That is the kind of drawback I am talking about.
Okay, I understand.
So you see the difference in the position from your opponent's perspective. Then, after you have done idea and drawback, you have to look at the hotel menu. Means, क्या है? Idli dosa, masala dosa, like that. What are the options you have to deal with this opponent's intentions?
Okay.
Very simple again. After you have seen the menu, all you have to do is place the order. Just before placing the order, make sure you check the rate. That means you make sure that none of your pieces are hanging and everything is within the budget.
Okay.
So it's a simple strategy we are going to follow. So here it's very good that you chose g3 and not h3 because some players might choose h3 and say I am providing this flight square for the king but the bishop is here. Okay. So this is the only strategy you are going to use in middle games. Now let's put this into practice. Okay.
Yeah, that's the most difficult thing, right?
Yes, that's the most difficult thing. But if you do it consistently, I think you will be able to get through.
Okay.
All right. So let's take this game. All right. Okay, so we have this game and you have to tell me both. Like as soon as your opponent makes a move, it has to come in your mind instantly. Irada, drawback, yeah, kami kya hai? Then you see the hotel menu, then you make an order. So I'll go to the critical position.
Okay.
Okay, so knight d4, good move or bad move?
Knight d4, bad move. He still has two bishops inside.
Correct. Now you are getting the hang of it. Knight f3, bad move or good move?
Knight f3.
He took knight f3 check.
हाँ, but it can easily be मतलब it can be defended by the bishop. On structure भी नहीं बिगड़ रहा है.
Correct.
And your pieces are still inside, where this guy has only one bishop inside.
Yeah.
And your two bishops are inside.
True. So अगर chess wise हम logically देखेंगे तो this knight has come from b8 to c6 to d4 to f3, but this knight on g1 had only made one move. So if you just count logically, it doesn't make sense to make that move. But here is the weakness. I've seen that your opponent has a tendency to exchange pieces even if you offer. So keep that in mind while playing against him. You might get a lot of exchanges, and sometimes you have to make sure that these exchanges benefit you. Then your opponent has played bishop e3. What is the idea according to you?
Bishop e3.
From here to here.
I mean, I can see it's just attacking only a1. There's nothing else I can see.
So just a developing move.
Yeah, developing move. Yeah.
So in such situations, you know there is no threat. Don't waste time thinking about what to do. You do the logical thing that is to be done in the opening, which is new move, new piece.
Got it.
So what is the move you are likely to make?
My c8 bishop, basically I can put it to e6.
Correct. Exactly. That's the correct move. His opponent played it. And now his opponent played d4. He's actually not threatening anything much. He's just keeping an eye on this pawn. And in this position, black should have castled. Because makes sense. But if you castle here, this pawn is hanging, so he played a6. So at least g6 could have been interesting, so that you get this bishop here. Or the move you should not make is knight c6. Why you should not make knight c6? Can you tell me?
Because fork ho jayega pawn se.
Correct. So this is the kind of danger you have to sense when you are playing the moves.
I was just saying if he can fork, the black pieces can fork the white bishop and knight, but it is protected by the queen.
Yes, two pieces are protecting it. Bishop is protecting. So it's not so easy yet. But let's say after d4, a6, if black plays queen c1, then ed4 is a fork.
Yeah, then it is a fork. Yeah.
Okay. Then coming to okay, in this position.
Wow, only the pawns are moving in this game, it feels like.
Yeah. So you see, he has this, like he makes mistakes, you just have to sit tight and take advantage of it. So after dc5, your opponent plays knight c3. Please apply the method I have taught you now.
Knight. Knight can't move forward from that position. It's being blocked by its own pawn.
तो पहले हमें देखना है कि इनका इरादा क्या है. नाइट c3 उन्होंने लाया है. कुछ इजीली नहीं पता चल रहा है कि क्या करना चाह रहे हैं. और अभी हमें देखना है इसका ड्रॉबैक क्या है.
नाइट लाने का ड्रॉबैक. Knight wasn't protecting anything, was it over there?
So अगर हम देखेंगे यहाँ से उन्होंने नाइट यहाँ पे लाया है e2 से c3.
हाँ, so the only thing it's doing is basically giving more protection to the e4 and a4 pawn.
Correct.
So now it can move the f3 bishop. For example, it can move it to h5, but the king is this side, तो उस side move करने का फायदा ही क्या?
Correct. So अगर हम इसी मोड पे जाएंगे तो हम अभी ऑर्डर मतलब मेन्यू देखेंगे तो आपके पास ऑप्शंस क्या क्या हैं.
So directly I can take it with my queen. Correct. He takes it with queen and I can take it with my bishop.
Correct.
And then I'm attacking the rook.
That way you are ahead in material already.
I'm ahead in material. Yes, I'm ahead in material. Yes.
So this is simple counting. You take the knight, but your bishop is supporting your queen. That is the reason knight c3 is a heavy blunder. So I'm just showing you that you are going to get chances in your games like this. But उनके opponent ने h5 खेला जो गलत है.
Okay.
तो उन्होंने खेला d6, अभी भी मौका है उनको, दे कैन टेक द नाइट, लेकिन उन्होंने लिया नहीं, उन्होंने खेला cd6। इससे क्या हुआ कि d5 स्क्वायर क्लियर हो गया और नाइट आ गया d5 पे,
अटैकिंग द क्वीन। हाँ,
तो अभी मैं एक और टिप आपको दूंगा कि इट इज गुड इफ यू आर एबल टू गेट अटैकिंग पोजीशंस, मतलब उनके उनके किंग के ऊपर आपको फोकस करना है। व्हाई? आई विल शो यू। आफ्टर नाइट d5, queen e6, knight b6, bishop a1, rook a1, you see black is trying to push on the king side क्योंकि उनको पता है कि king यहाँ पे है। now there are different ways for white to defend, लेकिन वो एक्चुअली डिफेंड नहीं कर पा रहा। वो मैंने बोला था पहले कि एक्सचेंजेस होंगे तो वो एक्सचेंज करेंगे, so this point you have to take into account। so here exchanging after hg4 hg4 bishop e2, pawn came to f3, and you see the
why
king
didn't
is
he take
open.
the pawn at g4?
He should not have taken, actually he should have simply played bishop d1, maintain the tension.
Okay,
By capturing he is helping
हाँ.
his opponent.
Oh, because the rook, the h file is available.
Correct,
Okay.
correct, correct.
Okay.
So these are the things I wanted to notice when playing, कि अभी हमारे पास h लाइन भी ओपन हो गया, now g लाइन भी ओपन हो गया। so these are the things that you can notice। now after bishop f1 we can use a beginner's mind to find out cctp। simple, after bishop f1 what is the move you are likely to do if you are black?
My queen, but the knight is there. The queen moves to g6.
Correct, that's all.
Yeah.
But his opponent did not do this. He played rook dg8. He won the game nevertheless, but this would have been easy win. Queen g6 or queen g4, and this is a mate.
Yep.
So just wanted to show that if you do this method of checking the ideas of your opponent, then the drawback, and then then figuring out your options and then making a choice. If you follow this process every now and then, you will be able to score. Now let's look at another example from his games again. Okay, all right. Okay, so he is black here.
Okay, wait, let me flip the board.
Yeah, he's black. In this position, if you are black, I am sure you would castle here. Because we know we have to castle, not make unnecessary pawn moves.
Got it.
But see, after knight c3, again he has no need to exchange, but he is going for exchange, which is actually a mistake. And it's helping his opponent, which is not doing anything right now. Knight on c3 is just sitting, having a cup of tea, but after cd5 is jumping and getting into a very nice position. No pawn can push this knight away.
d5 pawn was heavily guarded, so there's no point. Until unless the bishop can also move out, so I don't know. Okay.
तो वो गलत हो गया, cd5 उन्होंने खेला, गलत है, but still okay. Let's see what happens. Bishop e6, and now in this position, if you are white, based on all that we have discussed so far, what is the move you are going to make?
I can go for b5 check, but that will no, or I can move my knight out because I have no worries at all.
So here is a slight transition. You see, you were about to play bishop b5, then you realized, oh no, I should not move the same piece again and again unless necessary.
Yeah.
Get the new piece. But opponent played knight f6 check. Exchanges benefit the defender usually. So knight को उनको बढ़ाना चाहिए था, उनके opponent को, उन्होंने खेला नहीं, knight f6 खेला, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, we'll go ahead. Again bishop is under attack. अभी यहाँ पे we have to move this bishop or do something about it. So bishop b5 here makes sense. But he played he played bishop b5. Then we go to the next critical position. Okay, rook d8. After rook d8, you know the idea now.
Yep.
The drawback not so clear because it's a useful move he has made. But what are your options? I am curious about what are the options you will consider here.
So the drawbacks is obviously he has left the a6 pawn hanging. That is the only direct drawback. And his knight at c6 is also hanging.
Very nice. Yes.
Right. But if the attack is on the queen, the problem is the queen can't move a lot of places. Locked.
Correct. This is a question to understand whether you will make a mistake in a tough situation like this, where there are only few moves. There are many ways to go wrong, few moves, few ways to go right.
Honestly, the first move that comes to my mind is to move the queen to e2.
Yes. So this is where I want you to do this rate checking. Just check whether queen e2, can your opponent attack your queen again?
Yes, it can.
And then you will end up losing your exchange, that is f1 rook. Queen e2, bishop c4 is coming.
Yep.
So what is the move you are going to make now, knowing that queen e2 is not the right move?
Then the other move could be to even move to c1 so that my queen is going in the direction where the king is.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or e1.
Even queen e1?
Queen e1, yeah, that also works because this area is completely open for me to attack.
Queen e1, the drawback is the f1 rook feels uncomfortable. So you must also talk to pieces and understand how they feel. Like if you play queen e2, this is still suffering. Queen e1 still suffering. So queen c1 makes sense.
Okay.
Now let's go to the twist. I told you that you must try and attack your opponent because that is where you have more chances. After queen d3, can you see this bishop and queen battery?
Yes.
So this is the starting position in which your opponent, starts drifting. So try to get these positions where you have these indirect threats. Your opponent played here rook f e8. After f4, his opponent played queen e6, e5. This is a direct threat after e5.
Yep.
So if you go by IDCC, like you ask idea and drawback, you will know that black has to do something about h7 pawn, play g6 or queen to h6. But these are the things, you can get points in. For example, in this position, he played queen takes a2, which is bad.
Yeah, this is checkmate now. Yeah.
It's not
checkmate.
direct,
Yeah.
But yeah, you have nice chances like queen h7, queen h8, queen g7. This pawn will also come. A big chance. Position was completely in his favor, but the sense of danger.
Yeah.
This is what you can get from the games. Then he won this game. After that, his opponent was able to checkmate.
Oh, opponent wasn't able to checkmate?
He was able to checkmate, like he won the game after queen b7. So Rahul lost in this game. So that was just to show you that if you are attacking consistently, you have good chances.
And not to make the mistake of moving the queen to e2.
Yes.
You have to look for the white bishop.
Yeah. So that was Rahul. Just going little further before we do your test.
Okay.
I'm going to, let's say, Yaha Butwala. I think Yaya is playing quite a lot these days. So we'll just take a quick look. All right. Okay. So let's say this is the game and Yaya Butwala is playing black. E3, fine. Developing moves. This is a queen's gambit opening. This is what is queen's gambit. If they take this pawn, it's queen's gambit accepted. If they don't take it, then it is declined. Like this.
Yeah, I always play decline because I've never practiced with accepted, so I will defend.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I have myself played both. So you can play both. In this position, this is just a word of advice. Like when you're thinking, and this has to happen very fast. So don't help your opponent to make the moves that is already likely to make. Like knight को c3 पे आना ही है. So why give a check and help him to play the best move? So try to give him some opportunities to make mistakes in the game.
Okay.
Okay, so in this position, after knight c3, bishop b4, Yahya Butwala has made the mistake of moving the same piece again. But queen a4 check and this bishop is attacked, but knight comes to c6 and defends this.
Okay.
But after c5, he makes a big error. He plays pawn to b6. What is the drawback of pawn b6?
The knight is hanging.
Yes. Great.
Knight is hanging, then there is a check, and then you can take the rook as well.
Here you have to hold on. Queen takes c6. Yes, you are right. It's not necessary that he has to play king f8. He can play bishop d7 and defend.
Yep.
But you are still winning. I mean, you are still ahead in material. You can play queen b5. If he goes back bishop c8, the rook hangs. So after rook b8, you can play queen a6 and return back with your queen very happily.
Okay.
So he played bishop b5. In bishop b5 is, let's say, the second best move. So this is one situation where the difference between the best move and the second best move is not so big. So ये भी चल जाएगा. Now this position. After queen takes c6, opponent has played queen d7. What is the move you will play?
I'll take the rook.
Correct. But his opponent did not. Then let's say b5, knight b5, free pawn. Alright, this is a check. You will get a lot of opportunities like this in your games. Your opponent makes a move and then you are supposed to make the best move in the situation. You cannot take the position lightly. So what will you do here? How will you face the check?
So in these cases, difficult. Like my instinct will tell me to go to d3, but the rook name that is protected. But if I go to d3, I still can't attack its knight because it's protected by the pawn.
Yeah, so this is the moment I want you to see the hotel menu. क्या क्या है menu में?
Oh, it's check हुआ है ना, तो मैं कुछ और नहीं कर सकता. Yeah.
You have to consider these moves.
So I don't want to take it back because then my kind of rooks are with each other.
Correct. So king e1 is a move you will not make very good. That's like one step closer to making the right move.
So my next step would be e2 since they are still like 5 pawns together with each other. So there's more protection for the king.
Correct. King e2 is the best move in the position. It is the only move that works well. Other moves drop the pawn. Like king e1 has a drawback as you mentioned. King c2 loses the pawn. King e2 is the best move. Very good. So I can see improvements already. Okay. Now this is the situation. Will you take rook takes pawn or knight takes pawn?
Knight. I saw this move while I was calculating the check. So yeah, knight takes pawn. It's a fork.
Yeah. Here knight takes pawn and then you get the rook. But you know the strong player will think of a mate and say, okay, I want anyway winning. Why not play rook f7 and threaten a mate with knight c6? This is also a way to win. But I am not really concerned about this because win is important here. You win by taking material or mating is okay. But first let's get to that situation.
Okay.
So you've done well in this game. As far as guessing the mistakes and finding the right move, you've done well. Let's see your game now. Let's come to your game.
Don't go. I had such a bad game yesterday. I don't know if you are picking that one, but oh god. And in the entire game, I thought I was dominating the opponent. And I dominated in terms of him and me. I don't know whether it was a he or a she making mistakes. But the eventual analysis was that I was 20% accurate and that person was 5% accurate.
Okay. So let me check. I have 2 games in mind, but let me check which you are talking about. Okay, let me first go to this one. This is a game which I checked and I think it has many instructive moments. Alright, let's say you are the new Angad Ranyal and after bishop c4, what is the move you are likely to make now?
Either knight or the bishop.
Very good. Yes, so that was the best move. Play knight f6 or bishop c5. h6 is a move which is considered as meek because white can play d4 and get advantage. I don't want to go into the theoretical aspects, but just know what is it that you should not do.
Well, the reason to do that is the fear of the knight coming to g5.
Yeah, you can play bishop c5, knight g5, you always have queen g5, and if he plays d3, then after knight f6, knight g5, you can play castles.
Yeah.
Two people are supporting f7, two people are attacking, so he cannot really take f7. So h6 is fine. This is fine. Okay. Alright. Now after rook e1, in this position, it is not easy to come up with the move you have come up with. I was impressed because d5 is the best move in the position.
Okay.
D5, it supports the knight, attacks the bishop.
Yeah.
So on ed6, what were you planning?
On ed6. What move did I play? I didn't play d5.
You played d5. In this position, you played pawn to d5.
Yes.
This is called en passant.
Okay.
Like your white's pawn is on 5th rank. If black plays d5 like this, white has this opportunity to go ed6, which your opponent did not. But I was curious, did you consider taking the pawn with the knight?
Okay, I'm confused. How is this position coming to be? How is the pawn moving diagonal and...
Good question. So I'll tell you what this en passant means. Let's say in this position, let's say black captures this pawn, okay? In chess, there is this rule called en passant. What happened was, somewhere when chess was becoming very popular in Europe, they decided that let us give some energy to the pawns who are on the 2nd rank. Let us offer them the chance to jump 2 squares, okay?
Okay.
So when they introduced this rule of pawns going 2 squares at their first move, some players felt that it is unfair for the pawn which has come to d4 and not being able to do anything about this. For example, white is coming here with the pawn and they felt that it is unjust, like some sort of injustice for the pawn on d4. So they decided, okay, agar aisa hua to we'll call this an in passing, that is en passant. It's a French word. So this is dc3 en passant. Black can capture dc3 in this situation. He has a choice.
I had no idea that this move exists. It changes my world completely.
Yeah, it's good that you asked because I mean, it might change your game when you're playing.
Yeah, so I've never seen anybody. I've not played a lot of games, but like on chess.com, I've never seen anybody play that move.
The thing is, on chess.com, we get tagged saying that ये क्या है कि ये कुछ problem है क्या server में, ये pawn ऐसे क्यों जा रहा है, कैसे है जा रहा है.
हाँ.
So we have to explain that okay, this is en passant, this is a rule in chess. तो ये कुछ bug नहीं है, it's a rule that your
and it can only happen if your pawn has moved 2 + 1 3 spaces, and then it can do en passant. It can't do it.
Correct. You have put it in very right words. In this position, pawn अगर black का pawn 4th rank पे आ जाए, मतलब 1 2 3 तक यहाँ पे आ जाए, और white अगर c4 खेलेगा, अभी मैं conditions बताऊंगा. Black can only exercise this option to take in this particular turn.
Oh, only in this turn. I can't do it in later.
Okay. For example, after c4, if black wants to en passant, then he has to capture like this. Let's say white बोलेगा after c4 black plays d6 and white plays knight f3. अभी आपको ऐसा नहीं करने का मिलेगा. आप try भी कर सकते हो cursor से. You won't be able to do it.
It's not.
But see now, after c4, see if you are able to do it. Yes.
And can I do it for the e file also? No, I can only do it. Oh, acha, for the pawn that is just moved.
Yes, very good. For the pawn that has taken this Hanuman jump from c2 to c4.
आज तो पूरा रात यही करने वाला हूँ मैं, सिर्फ ऑन पॉसा कर रहा हूँ मैं, चाहे हारूं जीतूं मुझे कोई मतलब नहीं है, मुझे सिर्फ ओपोनेंट को डराना है.
Okay,
that is my only strategy.
एक्चुअली इट इज अ गुड स्ट्रेटेजी, दे माइट गेट कंफ्यूज कि ये क्या हो रहा है, क्या कुछ बग है क्या, उसमें उनका टाइम भी चला जा सकता है.
हाँ.
You never know. So that's the en passant. So what impressed me was, it's like this, the story in Pa. He makes a globe and his dad gets. Have you seen this movie, Pa?
No, I haven't. I have.
Okay, so that's the reference. Like he makes a globe, takes a globe and colors it white completely. Okay.
Okay.
His dad is the judge of that competition. They both don't know each other, that father son. And then father likes this and says, it's very nice concept, the whole world is one. So it's like this, here you played d5 by default without realizing that such a great move.
Yeah.
So I was
It's
impressed. d5, ed6, yeah, knight d6. Okay, so this is the en passant chapter, but let's go to the game. After bishop d3, again, now let's say you are the new Angad Ranyal and you want to play according to principles. What would you play here?
I think I played that only. I moved the whiter bishop to f5.
Very good. You won't believe it. This is the best choice of the engine as well.
Huh.
And
I
this
played
is,
that move, right?
you played knight d3.
Oh, so sad.
So this is a small change I want you to make in your game. कि new move, new piece. Pieces को बाहर आना है. But now you played bishop f5. It's okay, but threat is stronger than execution. So you first threaten. Now you are saying that I will take this. After you take back, I will jump around with my knight and attack your queen. So it's a nice little trick, but okay, knight d3 is fine. This is fine. Very nice. You got a fork.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now I'll tell you how to finish off the game, okay?
Hanji.
When your position is like this pawn on f3, ऐसा सब जब आपको दिखे, there are 3 situations in which you have to be very alert. ऐसा आपको लगना चाहिए कि अब मैं जीतने वाला हूँ. जैसे आप you can see that Dhoni is there and he's about to hit 6, that kind of a situation. Number 1, जब अपोनेंट की किंग बहुत वीक हो, या फॉर एग्जांपल दिस सिचुएशन, उनके पास कोई पीस ही नहीं है. नंबर 2, जब अपोनेंट की पीस को सपोर्ट नहीं है कोई. ये सिचुएशन में वैसा नहीं है, बट मैं बता रहा हूँ कि अगर कोई किसी अपोनेंट के पीस को जोर नहीं है, सपोर्ट नहीं है, तो वो सिचुएशन भी एक सीसीटीपी का सिचुएशन है. सो हैंगिंग पीस हो गया, किंग्स पोजीशन हो गया, और वीकनेसेस मतलब ओवरलोडेड पीस. फॉर एग्जांपल अभी जीवन वाला जो किंग है, अगर मैं आपको एक अलादीन जीनी की तरह दे दूं एक विश, आपको क्वीन लेके कहीं पे भी जाना है, तो आप किस स्क्वायर पे क्वीन, ब्लैक क्वीन को डालेंगे?
ओके, h3 पे.
करेक्ट. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई कॉल मेक अ विश. आपको ये तय करना है कि कौन सी पोजीशन को मुझे एम करना है. दिस हाउ यू आर एबल टू डू, आई विल टेल यू हाउ. सी यू हैव बीन सॉल्विंग पजल्स, राइट? तो पजल से क्या हो रहा है कि यू आर ट्रेनिंग योर माइंड टू सी दोज सिचुएशंस इन विच यू आर विनिंग. सो व्हेन द सिचुएशन कम्स ऑन योर बोर्ड, योर माइंड विल ट्राई टू लुक फॉर इट बाय डिफॉल्ट. आपको थोड़ी कॉन्शियसली ट्राई करना है कि यही सीसीटीपी सिचुएशन है. तो ये सिचुएशन में आपको अगर बिशप की रूट क्लियर हो जाए तो क्वीन h3 पे डायरेक्ट आ सकता है.
या
सो इन दिस सिचुएशन यू शुड मेक अ मूव लाइक लेट्स से बिशप g6 और समथिंग वेयर you can get your queen quickly. Or also let's say queen e6, queen g6, queen g4, queen h3. Long plan, but still this is a possibility. What I want to show with this example is dream of a winning position. Then in the game you won. You won I think nicely. After rook e8 you played bishop e6. You lost your pawn, but you also got a central pawn in return. And then there is one critical moment I wish to show. It is this. Your opponent has played rook to d7. Now, after your opponent has played rook to d7, your bishop on b7 is hanging. The pawn on f7 is hanging. Which will you save?
Ideally the pawn on f7.
Because of the king safety.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you've saved this bishop, let's say to e4, and when your opponent takes rook takes f7, This pawn on g7 is under attack, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you defend the pawn on g7 and also attack the queen on c7?
Yes, I can take the e5 pawn by my queen.
Correct. So now I'm talking about defense. Okay, when it's coming to defense, the first thing you can notice is problem क्या है. Oh, मुझे इसको बचाना है. Before you go to the bachao mode, try to see if I can do something in which I also attack him and also defend my pieces. So counter attack first. Counter attack के बाद वापस आना, पीस को हटाना, ये सब. So these are the डिफेंस इन अंडर डिफेंस. अगर डिफेंस सिचुएशन है तो पहले आप उसको आप ट्राई करो. तो इन दिस सिचुएशन यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन दैट बाय प्लेइंग रूक c8. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली इस पोजीशन में क्या हो रहा है, बिशप हैंगिंग है.
हाँ मतलब या मेरे 2 पीस जाएंगे.
So that's the only drawback of the move you made, but otherwise this is a good move. I would give full marks to this move if not for this bishop on b7. Then
this game, now I remember. The effort I put into this game.
I think your strength is endgame.
To take that one pawn. See, I played with my elder sister and she is like way smarter than me and she was already like 3 years elder to me. So game यहाँ तक जाता ही जाता था and I was always at a disadvantaged position. So I had to figure out a way to win.
I think yesterday also you told me about how, told Rakesh about how you started chess because of who gets that room, attached bathroom.
Yeah. We played a best of 3 and she won 2-0.
Okay, so now it's your time. So I want you to play a game now. I won't talk in between, but you have to talk as if you're doing IDCs, like you're considering opponent's ideas, drawbacks, candidates. I won't help you at all in the game.
Okay.
So it's all your turn. I'm just seeing how these last few minutes are translating into your game.
So I should go to my home and play it, right? We can't play it.
You can't play it here. Yeah. So just go to home and maybe challenge. Or I can put your username and you can take a challenge from the chat.
Let's do that.
Okay. So hello chat. Sorry, I was completely involved in the lesson. So now, thank you, Umang. I'm just going to send the link of our guest. So let me get. Yeah. So this is called thinking out loud. It also helps us understand where you are thinking right, where you are not thinking right. But remember, I'll just do a quick revision of what I've just taught. This is the link. Please challenge him here for a 10-minute game. Is 10 minutes okay? Do you have time for a 10-minute game?
Yeah, only because.
Okay. And number one, you're saying something?
I've gotten one, but I'm just waiting for somebody who's probably like closer out.
Okay.
Guys, don't challenge for 5 minutes. Challenge for 10 minutes.
10 plus 0, because that's the time control he will be playing.
Chintan, if you are there, you can also challenge me. I can see him in chat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm accepting one, which I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah. अरे rank बड़ा अलग आता है पहले. Anyways, we have started.
Okay, I'll observe your game.
हाँ जी.
Okay, so let me just refresh my browser.
इस भाई ने H6 चल दिया पहले ही.
अच्छा, तो अभी मैं गेम पे आया नहीं हूँ. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट अ वे टू वॉच योर गेम. गॉट इट. नाउ आई हैव योर गेम. Okay, All right, so I have the game on my screen. Very good. You can carry on. You can think out loud.
So I'll just take it with this. Castle.
Very good.
Moving this here won't help me. Let's put my pawn. If I put my bishop here, it attacks this. Rook takes, I take. More attack. Okay, let's do that.
So chat, you can see that he's playing against Parth Bhandari. Thank you, Mayank.
Strange. Knight is attacking this. What can I do? If I take this pawn ahead, it will attack. I will attack, both the pawns are protected. So I don't have to worry. This pawn is only protected once.
Okay.
Position.
So idea, drawback, hotel menu, and then order. Very good.
Move this ahead, it can come here. So जा सकता है, पहुंच जाएगा पहली बात तो ये इसको अटैक.
Very good. Yes. Good moves.
क्या चाहते हो भैया, कितना खाओगे हमको? अगर मैं इधर इसके पास एक टेक माय क्वीन अगर पीछे लेके गया तो अच्छी बात.
Very nice. The last few moves have been of a very decent level. It doesn't feel like you're 1000 or 1100.
Oh, it feels like I'm 200.
No, it's more than, let's say, 1200, 1400, that range. More than that.
I always knew nobody can identify my true potential, not even chess.com.
Yeah. Chandramani Adil. I think he has decent chances, Adil, because I looked at his games very closely and I've actually given him specific tips on how to pass the first round. Yeah, about exchanges, I've told him that Rahul will try to exchange a lot, but whatever exchanges you do, please make sure that it benefits you, because exchanges usually benefit the defender.
Knight कहीं नहीं जा सकता है. Ideally, इस bishop को block कैसे करूं?
Okay, so remember what I told you about the openings. Before 8 to 10 moves, castle, and between 10 to 14 moves, connect. Very nice.
क्या चाहते हैं भाई साहब?
Yes, very good. I like your way of asking कि क्या चाहते हो.
हाँ. So I understood he will attack this, and then both the if I move my queen, then this pawn it will attack both my rooks.
Yeah.
So भैया हम आपको अटैक करते हैं, आप हमका करिए नहीं, बट वहाँ पे जाके मैं क्या ही कर लूँगा.
So what is the drawback of queen a5? This you must see.
The drawback is that this pawn is now hanging.
This is what you must notice. Every move पे ये move की कमी क्या है? Notice the drawback.
हाँ, but the thing is I have to protect this.
Yes.
So even if I take this and the other pawn, the B pawn takes it, I will have this pawn, but then this is hanging.
Correct. So yes, you are actually think things in the right way. So make your decision, take your time.
I just know.
Yeah, okay. Good. So regarding time, try to play at least 40 moves in the first 10 minutes. In the first 5 minutes, I mean. So that should be your ultimate goal. So if that is your goal, it's like you will at least end up in somewhere near, somewhere near close to that mark.
Got it.
Okay. I saw that yesterday also you got your rooks to the 7th rank.
हाँ, मौका मिलता तो ले जाता हूँ. हाँ, तुम यही करोगे. But हमका खाना है. Thing is, I have no bishop left.
This is interesting. A nice moment where your opponent is ahead in material and is offering exchange of rooks. How long have you been playing chess?
So, I mean, I played a bit till I was 12, 13, then a little bit when I was 17, 18, then only in the last 3-4 months, I'm guessing.
Okay, this was a question from Kaustub. He feels that you have decent experience and he will be the out of syllabus for your opponents. That's what he says.
Okay. Because nobody is expecting me to do anything.
Or maybe they are not, they could be underestimating you. That's what I feel.
Okay. So my problem is my knight is becoming useless.
Okay, but as soon as your opponent makes a move, जब हाथ अगर on the board में बोलता तो as soon as your opponent makes a move, you have to see what is his idea or drawback. Okay.
ये इसको खाएगा इसके बाद.
So honestly, I am noticing that you are actually keeping an eye on opponent's ideas. That's a good thing.
I need this also. ये तो गया ही.
Thank you, Nachiket. Queen and knight combination is usually considered as a great combo.
हाँ, बट निकम्मे कर कुछ नहीं रहे ना.
हाँ, फिलहाल कुछ नहीं कर रहे. But let's hope you have your chance.
तो ये अगर इधर आएगा, so it is protected by this. Oops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, c3 pawn has taken. Okay.
So will definitely bring, but मेरे पास ये दो बैठे हैं.
So one advice is when you're down in time, make the move that seems threatening. थोड़ा डराना है opponent को. So you have made a good move. Queen a4 is a nice move.
नहीं उसके बाद
Okay, that's a pin, so you cannot really take the queen with your knight, but still you have some moves. Yes, correct.
नाइट पूरी गेम हिला ही नहीं है, एंड में आके वही बचा रहा है.
Yes, knight
देखो
is a
भाई,
good defender. ये कोट भी है. Knight
ले
is
ले भाई. भारत भंडारी 4 मिनट ले ले सोचने में, कोई दिक्कत की बात.
तो आप माउस से खेलते हो या टच पैड?
अभी माउस से खेल रहा हूँ. हाँ वैसे अब few days I've been playing with mouse.
ओके, क्योंकि वॉट एवर इट इज, चूज वन. अगर माउस या टच पैड, चूज वन एंड स्टिक टू इट, बिकॉज टाइम प्रेशर में आपको फास्ट खेलना जरूरी होगा.
हाँ अभी मतलब माउस पैड इज ऑब्वियसली बेटर.
या
ये इससे इसको खाएगा, मैं खाऊंगा नहीं. यहाँ लाने का क्या मतलब है रानी?
हाँ, कुछ मूव्स के कोई मतलब नहीं होते हैं. सो इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड देम, जस्ट गो हेड विद द मूव यू थिंक इज बेस्ट एंड यू डन द राइट जॉब. करेक्ट. गुड गुड. ओके.
देखो अब तो मैं ये भी पॉन खा सकता हूँ, क्योंकि वो दूर वाले वो खाते हैं.
वेरी गुड. अगर आप d6 वाले खाते तो आपके क्वीन मर जाता.
क्योंकि वो
rook
चेक
into-
देता.
हाँ करेक्ट. Oh no. Okay, let's see if your opponent gets this.
Your ono says I got it.
Wow.
See, problem is you guys overestimate the opponents as well.
No. क्वीन फ्री में जा रहा था.
अरे अरे यार.
ओके, बच गए अपोनेंट.
वाओ. अपना मैंने रुक फ्री में दे दिया और उसकी क्वीन तो ली नहीं.
यस.
This move is again bad, but has he figured it out? अगर मैं नीचे लेके जाऊंगा तो वो इधर आए, then I have nowhere to move. नहीं नीचे जाऊंगा, it comes here, then अच्छा then मेरा वो बचाने के लिए. But अगर वो नीचे इधर आया E2 पे, then I will have to go inside, and then it can attack from here.
You're calculating it correctly. Yes.
मर तो मैं देखो हर तरफ से रहा ही हूँ,
Correct.
तो इस उम्मीद में कि वो गलती दोबारा कर दे। हम उधर चाहते हैं। आजा पिया।
इस बार
कल
समझ गए वो।
कल मुआ।
अभी मेट हो गया। ठीक है, तो दिस गेम वी विल चेक। लेट्स सी।
मेट करने तो दो। कर दिया कर दिया।
कर दिया उन्होंने।
पार्थ भंडारी, आप प्लीज अनसब्सक्राइब। जस्ट किडिंग बड़ी।
ओके, सो दोबारा मैं आपको इनवाइट करूंगा इसी टाइप में, तो आप मेरे बोर्ड देख पाएंगे।
वही chess.com लाइव पे।
chess.com लाइव पे आप आ जाइए।
The link that you had sent earlier, right?
Yes, the link that I sent earlier. Yes.
मुझे अभी वो डैनी पी वाला गेम दिखा रहा है। Should I refresh?
Yes, आपको मेरा इनविटेशन आया होगा शायद।
ओह नहीं, ये तो सिर्फ अभी मुझे गेम के इनविटेशन। हाँ अब आया।
ओके, तो मैं आपका यहाँ पे गेम लाया हूँ, तो
मुझे 1 सेकंड देना, 1 सेकंड बस।
ओके।
Just have to do one small thing. ठीक है, हाँ जी, we can start.
Yes, so I'll tell you the moves I like. This is fine. Now, जब आपके अपोनेंट ऐसे मीक मूव्स करते हैं, आपको सेंटर में ओपन कर लेना चाहिए। D4.
Sorry, can you send it again to me? वो चला गया।
हाँ, okay, I'll send it again.
Sorry.
No problem. तो आप chess.com/live पे दोबारा आ जाइए।
आ गया।
Okay. So your opponent plays h6, which now you know is a mistake.
Your opponent played?
Your opponent played fourth move h6.
हाँ.
So such moves should be punished by break in the center, not d3 but d4. Directly आप contact कर सकते हैं इस pawn को।
Okay.
क्योंकि हमारे पास knight है और queen है, which are supporting. So after e4, knight d4, knight d4, queen d4, you will be in a very nice position because the queen which was doing nothing here is now given a job in a very nice square on d4.
Okay.
पर आपने खेला d3, still fine. I like bishop e3. पर जब knight d4 अगर आता है अपोनेंट e5 pawn, ये चीज़ें आप इमीडिएटली नोटिस करें कि knight c6 पे है, e5 सपोर्ट कर रहा था, यहाँ पे आ रहा है, हमें मारने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हम यहाँ पे खा सकते हैं pawn.
हाँ.
उन्होंने खेला नहीं, मैं जस्ट बोल रहा था।
हाँ.
बिशप e3, f e3। अभी ये एक चेस में कॉन्सेप्ट है कि वी हैव टू कैप्चर टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर। ये इसलिए है क्योंकि रशियंस वो लोग बोलते थे कि ये है 10 रूबल, ये है 20 रूबल, ये है 30 रूबल, और ये सेंटर पॉन्स जो है ये 50 रूबल्स के हैं।
ओके।
तो कैप्चर टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर बिकॉज यू कंट्रोल मोर स्क्वायर्स दैट वे। So this is fine. Now, in this situation, refresh your mind again and think like the new Angad Ranyal and tell me what you would do. Would you play bishop d5 or would you play something else?
I mean, the other move could be pawn d4.
Yes, very nice. Pawn d4 is a very nice move. Queen d2 is a very nice move. And Queen e1 is a very nice move. Instead of that, you go with queen to g3, knight to h4. I'll just show you a sample variation of how you can conduct an attack.
Okay.
Let's say you bring your knight to h4. Now rook into knight is threatening, so he cannot play queen d7. Let's say he plays queen e7. Then you attack with knight f5. Threaten mate, attack the queen. just a way to show you how you can create chances for yourself by bringing your queen closer to the king. Because bishop d5 does nothing, the knight is already supported. Plus this move comes into the category of moving the piece again and again. So अभी हमें ओपनिंग स्टेज आप तभी आप बोल सकते हो कि मैंने ओपनिंग स्टेज पार कर लिया है जब आपके रुक्स कनेक्ट हो जाए.
ओके.
So here queen e2, queen f2, or queen d2, or queen e1, or even knight h4 kind of moves are possible, but I would like queen e1, queen g3. Then in this position उन्होंने खेला है bishop d7. Do you recall the example from the last section? Knight b8 से c6 आया, c6 से d4 आया. तो ये उसका उल्टा है, मतलब यहाँ पे भी you can see the mirroring of the mistake. Bishop f1 से c4 आया, c4 से d5 आया, d5 से c6 मार रहा है जो सिर्फ एक ही मूव किया है. So such things you must avoid.
Okay.
मतलब इनका जर्नी जो बिशप f1 वाला है बहुत अच्छा है, c4 पे बहुत अच्छा है. अगर वो बिशप a6 खेलते हैं इन दिस पोजीशन तो आपको बिशप b3 लाना है, बिशप इंटू e6 नहीं मारना है. जैसे आपके अपोनेंट ने मिस्टेक किया वो नहीं करना है. बट डोंट टेक दिस नाइट ऑल्सो. By taking this knight, you are helping your opponent from bishop on d7 to come into action. Now it's keeping an eye on e4 pawn.
Got it.
तो यहाँ पे आपने d4 pawn break नहीं करना चाहिए क्योंकि the drawback of d4 is that it hangs the pawn on e4.
Yeah. As soon as I did it, I said it. हाँ.
ये मेरे साथ बहुत बार हुआ है कि मैं एक मूव खेला हूँ और जब मैं क्लॉक के तरफ बढ़ रहा हूँ मुझे पता चल जाता है कि मैंने मिस्टेक कर दिया है. So it's okay. It's very common. Then ये मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी. Pawn d5 to limit the scope of this bishop. I don't know, like suddenly out of 4 moves you make 2-3 moves and then the one move which you make will be like at a very different level. I have observed that. Because यहाँ से जब गेम शुरू होता है all your moves were very good. I liked d5. I liked rook e1. I liked a4. Perfect moves. I think they were all very nice. But if you want to trick your opponent, then you could have played knight d4. If he takes the pawn, you take his bishop.
Got it.
Because I told you that queen and knight are a good combination. You can get queen to g4, knight to f5, attack g7. Now, after rook e7, in this position, when your opponent played queen to a5, you could have first played dc6 and then played rook e7. What is the difference? If you play rook e7 directly, आपका एक pawn चला जा रहा है. लेकिन अगर आप dc6 मार के rook e7 खेलते हो तो opponent का भी pawn चला जाता है क्योंकि आपने exchange किया है.
Got it.
So this is the difference. ये हो गया. Then this is the moment I was talking about. जब as soon as your opponent makes a move, इनका इरादा क्या है, ये पॉन तो ये नहीं मारेंगे तो ये मूव तो गलत है. लेकिन बिशप जब a6 पे था क्या कर रहा था, इस पॉन को सपोर्ट कर रहा था. तो जब बिशप यहाँ पे आ गया तो आप क्या खेलेंगे अभी?
Eat that pawn.
Yes, you can eat that pawn. But the other drawback of this move is it breaks the connection between the queen and the pawn. So you can also take queen d5, threaten check, mate, threaten the bishop. So यहाँ पे गेम टर्न हो जाता आपका.
Actually, I thought it's attacking the pawn. Then I was like, वो bishop से मारेगा, मैं rook से मारूंगा, वो रानी लेगा. And when I was thinking that, I realized, अरे मैं bishop ले सकता हूँ. And the process stopped. I was like, pawn से bishop मिल रहा है, सोचने का क्या है? मैंने ले लिया.
Yeah, so this is what we must avoid.
That is the game for me, I think, got over.
Yeah. So after ab5 you have very less chances because you are losing the rook. But I still like the way you held on to the position because after this, this is fine, this is fine. Now queen a4, I like moves like this where you are threatening something, making it difficult for your opponent. If you want, you can actually take this pawn on b7, but this position is losing anyway. So I'm not going to say much, but in this position, when your opponent played queen f4, check.
Yeah. Again, the mind was कि बस बचाना है. मतलब my mind is thinking कि अब वो गलती नहीं करेगा.
Yes. So this is what we have to change. Now when you are playing, make sure that you make the moves quickly, but do this basic check. आइडिया क्या है, ड्रॉबैक क्या है, आपके पास ऑप्शंस क्या है, फिर आपने मूव करना है. ये सेटअप. और सीसीटीपी तब यूज करना है जब अपोनेंट के पीसेस हैंगिंग हो, अपोनेंट के पीसेस बहुत सारे काम एक ही पीस कर रहा हो, और जब उनके पीसेस हैंगिंग हो, मतलब कोई जोर नहीं है. ओके, नाउ डू यू वांट टू प्ले अनदर गेम और शैल वी wrap it up here?
Let's play one more and then wrap it up.
Yes, okay. So let's ask the audience to maybe challenge you. So I'm just going to give your username. So do you have live shows also coming up?
Not current. I mean, we're planning something November end or December onwards, but not, like, I don't think anything is finalized per se.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm getting one rapid fire.
Okay, accept it. I will follow you.
I've accepted.
So remember all that I've told so far. New move, new piece. No moving same piece again and again.
एक मिनट, वो गेम स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ. You cannot accept this challenge. Okay.
अच्छा, शायद वो डिसअपियर हो गए.
कुछ ज्यादा ही रैपिड थे वो. चलो अपने ही चिंतन पारेख के साथ खेलते हैं. इनके साथ आज तक मैंने 4 गेम खेली हैं और मैं चारों हारा हूँ.
अच्छा.
Actually, he is the one who put me in touch with Rakesh.
अच्छा, okay. हेलो चिंतन.
चिंतन हार जाइयो, देख ले, नहीं तो मैं डिस्कॉर्ड से बैन कर दूंगा.
Threat is stronger than execution.
आ गया मोया.
Very nice.
मैंने बाय द वे ऐसे में क्वीन ब्लंडर करा हुआ है. Where after this move the knight moved to g5 and I ate it with my queen thinking oh PP.
तो यहाँ पे मैंने बताया very nice. Yeah, you got the right move now. Now you are safe.
हाँ, चल भाग.
Very nice.
If I attack this, एक अटैक, 2 अटैक उसके होंगे. मेरा एक, मेरे भी 2 ही हैं. ओह सैड. कोई फायदा नहीं है फिर अटैक करके.
Very good. I like this move. In fact, I have played the same position in one of my tournament games.
Okay, great. अच्छा, ये डेफिनेटली अब इसको आगे मूव करेगा.
Very good. अच्छे करेक्ट सोच रहे हो आप.
I can defend.
Mm-hmm. तो आपको सोचना है ज़रूर कि क्या करना चाह रहे हैं और उसका मुंह का ड्रॉबैक क्या है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Very good. So I'm also observing.
हाँ, बोलो.
I'm also observing that the time that you're taking right now is very consistent. So you have to follow the same speed when you play. Very good. This is a nice move. So make it a part of your calculation every time when your opponent makes a move. आइडिया क्या है, ड्रॉबैक क्या है, क्या ऑप्शंस है मेरे पास.
वो अगर इसको यहाँ मूव करेगा, ठीक है.
Very good. This is the best move until now.
बताओ भला, इतना सब कुछ चल दिया, आप कह रहे हो ये जाके बेस्ट है.
Yes, because you connected the rooks. Dot 14th move. Very nice. I can be very happy with this effort.
तो फिर रिजाइन कर दो.
No, no. Enjoy the rest of the game. I am very happy because these moves are not easy and you have done them.
मेरी चीजें खाने आ जाता है बस फटाफट. बैठ अपने घर पे. ये अगर इससे खाएगा तो मेरे पास रुक है, तो टेंशन नहीं है. और मेरे को मिल रहा है पॉन, जिससे मैं अटैक
Wow.
करूं.
Nice, nice. Very good. This is an example for a counter attack.
Yeah, I knew that.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what is the idea of your opponent? What is the drawback?
हाँ, नाइट को अटैक कर रहा है वो.
Correct.
बट उसके मतलब ये वाला प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा था, अब नहीं कर रहा उसको. मेरे पास जगहें तो बथेरी हैं.
बथेरी मीन्स बहुत कुछ.
बट अलॉट
ओके.
बट उधर मैं लेके जाना नहीं चाहता. ऐसे समवेयर आई कैन अटैक. इसको प्रोटेक्ट कैसे करूँ मैं? पानी को इधर ले आऊँगा तो वो भी दिक्कत है.
Very good. Knight a5 was nice.
Okay, he will try to attack my rook. ये protected है सब कुछ. तो कुछ फायदा है मुझे? फायदा तो नहीं. चल देते हैं.
Very good. एक मेरा क्वेश्चन है, अगर आपके अपोनेंट h3 खेलेंगे तो आप क्या खेलोगे?
h3.
हाँ.
तो मैं लेके जाऊंगा g6.
थोड़ा सोचो. हाँ, अभी उन्होंने खेला नहीं तो कैरी ऑन विद द गेम.
हाँ, मैंने तो खैर कुछ अटैक तो सोचा नहीं था. मैं तो मुझे लग रहा उसको नाइट हिलाएगा, देन आई कैन अटैक.
तो गेम में हर पीस आना चाहिए, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. किसी को सोना नहीं है. यस. इसको जब मैं किड्स को सिखाता हूँ उनको मैं बोलता हूँ BAT, ब्रिंग ऑल टॉयज।
कितना मेहनत का काम है ना सिखाना।
हाँ।
मतलब यू हैव टू मेक इट एंटरटेनिंग ऑल्सो। एक तो
यस।
एजुकेशन भी दे रहे हो, फिर एंटरटेनिंग ना हो तो सीखेंगे भी नहीं।
यस।
इवन पीपल लाइक मी तो खैर।
नाउ इज द गोल्डन चांस, थिंक एंड मेक योर मूव।
Does the golden chance involve sacrifice?
Involve what?
Sacrifice?
It's not really a sacrifice. The bishop is on B6, keeping an eye on the king on G1, making sure F2 pawn cannot move.
Ah, okay, got it.
So this is a theme called pin.
Hmm. हाँ ये okay.
So this is what I asked you earlier. अगर H3 आपके opponent खेलते हैं तो what you're going to do?
I didn't think about this. पेन वैसे मैं पजल्स में तो सॉल्व कर लेता हूँ, बट एक्चुअल गेम में तो ध्यान ही नहीं रहता।
तो यही है डिफरेंस कि एक्चुअल गेम में यू वोंट नो दैट देयर इज अ पजल टू सॉल्व।
ट्रू।
ओके, तो उन्होंने बहुत चालाकी से किंग H1 खेला है, तो वो अब थ्रेटन कर रहे हैं कुछ, बहुत बहुत ही तगड़ा थ्रेट है उनका। लेट्स सी इफ यू कैन स्पॉट what his idea is.
मैं कुछ स्पॉट तो नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, उसका आइडिया क्या होगा। मतलब वो आइडिया यही है, इफ आई डोंट मूव माय क्वीन तो इट विल अटैक।
Yeah, if you don't move your queen, he will capture. That's the idea. You're right.
ओके दैट वाज द आइडिया।
बिकॉज वो पिन में वो नहीं कर पा रहा है FG3, अगर किंग H1 में है तो या दैट्स द राइट मूव, यू मस्ट सेव योर क्वीन।
एक्चुअली आपने ऐसा बोला तो मेरे को लगा कुछ भारी चीज उसने प्लान कर ली, तो समझ में नहीं आ रही मेरे को।
दैट वाज द आइडिया। सो जब आप ऐसे सिचुएशंस में टूर्नामेंट में आएंगे, सो व्हेन यू आर डाउन टू लेस देन अ मिनट, try to make moves as fast as possible. It's not important that you play the best. When it's mutual time trouble, जब आपके अपोनेंट के पास में भी कम टाइम है, चेक्स ज़्यादा देना आप उचित समझ सकते हैं। This is a straightforward threat. Yes, very good. तो जहाँ पे आप रहते हो वहाँ पे भी कोई चेस खेलता है?
अभी यहाँ पर नहीं, नहीं यहाँ पे तो कोई नहीं खेलता।
हम्म।
बट यहाँ पे लाइक इन आवर रूफटॉप टेरेस दे हैव मेड लाइक अ यू नो ह्यूज लाइफ साइज चेस बोर्ड।
Oh, and
फिर
pieces?
बेसिकली या विद पीसेस या प्रॉपर ऑल द 32 पीसेस या।
अच्छा, very nice. Have you uploaded it somewhere on your social accounts?
नहीं नहीं अभी आई हैवंट, बिकॉज मैं जब भी गया हूँ उस टाइम रात था, तो आई डिडंट गेट द टाइम।
हाँ।
अच्छा, बट ये खाने का क्या फायदा भैया को, भैया क्या करेंगे ये खा के।
या कुछ मूव्स आप ऐसे इग्नोर कर सकते हो अगर आइडिया आपको नहीं पता चला, तो दिस कुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज द CCTP मोमेंट। किंग के पास कोई ज़्यादा डिफेंडर्स नहीं है, तो यू कैन एलिमिनेट द डिफेंडर एंड ट्राई टू अटैक।
मेरे पास टाइम भी नहीं है इसमें, तो बिना सैक्रिफाइस के तो नहीं समझ में आ रहा।
हाँ, तो यू गो फॉर योर गट फीलिंग, वट एवर योर गट सेज। यस, so you rip apart the king side position because there is nobody to defend the king. Perfect. Now think, this is a CCTV moment. Think carefully. ऐसा मौका दोबारा नहीं मिल सकता है मोस्टली। Okay, okay.
Clearly I have disappointed you.
There was a mate in one.
Ah. Oh, now I saw it.
Yeah. But it's more important that you win. For me, it's not important that you win in mate or win by material. It's important that you win first. Yeah. I have a feeling you will convert this. Let's see. The plus point in this game is all your pieces were defended.
अरे अब क्या करूं?
Also going to be a test of your mouse skills. Let's see.
I'm ahead, so I can eat. I have to count the other hand.
It's going fine as of now.
उधर जाऊंगा तो ये इसको खाएगा.
Very good. That's the best move. Bishop c5, very good move.
The problem is I can't move ahead.
Yeah, so you have to see where you have majority. You have majority on the queen side. Because white has only one pawn on the queen side, you have two pawns. Yes, that is how you create a pawn break and get a passed pawn. Now you have to be careful here. Will you allow your opponent's king to enter or will you block?
Block.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting with very few minutes on the clock. Very good. Passed pawns must be pushed. This was said by Nimzovich. Hello Hemant. Good to see you here. So there used to be a quote in my chess club. They used to say, "Is check a mate? I'm not afraid of your check." In Marathi they say, "Check म्हणजे काय mate." That's how they used to say in the club.
गंदा बच्चा खाने आ गया मेरे को.
Yeah, but only one of your piece is hanging.
Yeah. Ah!
Okay, he's giving you a chance. He's giving you a chance.
Wow. He also missed it completely. Nay, but he's not really giving me a chance.
Actually, yes, you could have brought your knight, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's interference. Oh, this is big chance. Take advantage of this. Yeah. Okay. So to get your pawn to b2, you need a support. Very good. Perfect. That was a very nice move. And to promote your pawn to b1, you need another support. Correct. Oh no.
Should I move it down?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if he spots it. Is he watching the stream?
I don't think so. I don't know, is it?
Okay. Let's see. But did you realize where is the mate?
Ah, he saw it.
Yeah. So just a quick check of what happened in this.
How can I lose this game, yeah?
Happens. But I see an improvement over the kind of mistakes you're making. So let's go to chess.com/live.
Okay. I'll have to leave in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up by then. Oh, let me invite. Yeah. So you got the invitation?
Wait. Yes.
All right. So this is your game. You can flip the board. You wear black. And in this position, I told you that please pay attention to the drawback. So pawn on d3 comes to d4. Drawback is that the c4 bishop is hanging.
Yeah.
The point is, after taking bishop, he will take your bishop, but you get the rook.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the drawback. So this exchange is lost. That was one opportunity. The second opportunity I saw was after, in this position, you could have taken knight f2 because go towards the king. Anyway, you are getting a bishop. If it takes rook takes knight, don't be in a hurry to capture this because this is a pin. It will stay on. You can play edge g5. Next move, you can put pressure and take this rook.
Okay.
That was one chance. But okay, knight b2 is fine. This is also fine. I like knight a5. Just keep everything protected. Very nice. This is also nice. Rook a f8, perfect. This was a blunder. So queen g3, keep an eye on such things. Now, in this position, you can directly play rook f3. gf3, rook f3.
There was, mate in one, yeah.
So after king h2, you play queen h4, put more pressure. This is lost. So this is because the CCTP moment occurred because king is weak. No defenders are there. Then in the game you missed one mate in one opportunity, which is after rook g1, rook takes h3 mate. So those were the key moments. The other thing is, in this position, after king h2, your bishop is very nicely supporting pawn on c7. What you need in endgame is your king. So bring your king and push the pawn. That's all.
Okay.
Or directly play bishop c5, attack this pawn and create a passer.
Okay.
But instead, by playing bishop e3, you forgot to do this blunder check. That's the only drawback. Otherwise, move is fine. Still, nothing was lost. After this was all fine. Now, knight could have come to c4.
Yeah.
And then you play knight d2, pawn b3, b2, b1. But in this check, you could have interposed the knight in between. Then also there is a trick here. After this, you can play king d7. When he plays rook b8, you play king c7. Attack this knight, this rook again. This was also possible, but bishop d4 is even better. So you help this pawn, but let's see what you did. You played rook b8, okay, p2, okay. Now I'll tell you where was the draw in this position. It's not winning. After king g7, your opponent played check. Now if you play king g8, if he plays this check, it's a draw by perpetual.
Okay.
Means दोनों players repeat करेंगे यहाँ पे. The reason why he cannot play king h6 is because b1 queen prevents rook b8 mate. So that is the reason. This is probably, going to a draw, but after king f6 is mate in one. So as conclusion, what are your takeaways? What do you think you gained out of this session?
Oh, a lot of it. First of all, the opening, take all the pieces out, castle by the 10th move, 14th move, your rooks are with each other,
Correct.
Supporting each other. Don't move your pawns unnecessarily. Don't exchange pieces just for the heck of it.
Correct.
Unless they are actually helping you build the game. And always the entire thing of look for the intention, the drawback, what are the possible outcomes and what is the best for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you got it all. I don't even have to summarize it. You summarized it so well. This was the heart of the session. So I have a feeling that you have decent chances. Just play consistently. Keep this in mind. Whenever you get time in the next 2 days, please keep playing.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm always there. Whenever you want any questions, I am there.
Yeah. Can you play in place of me? Can we have that?
I wish, but we can be there spiritually. I'll be there that way. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So thank
Thank
you
you
for being here. It's a great
Thank you so much.
thing.
It was a great
moment.
learning session. Don't tell Rakesh I told you this, but this was a great learning session.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It is my pleasure hosting you here. Thank you and wishing you all the luck.
Thank you so much. I'm leaving it right now.
Yeah. Bye. So that was a star comedian on our show today, Angad Ranyal. Please subscribe to his channel. The link to his channel is in the description. And you can also consider subscribing to my channel. The link to that is also below. You can see that. And thank you, Aerotech. I just read your message. I had great time imparting some knowledge to Angadji, and I actually want him to do very well, and let's hope that he focuses on all these points that we have discussed. Thank you, Kaustubh. I'm glad that you stayed here. Please consider subscribing to my channel as well. I also do a lot of shows on my channel. Thank you, Game Turner. So I'm just going to spend some time reading the chat, and if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. Thanks, Hemant, for sticking around. I just saw your message. Today, my intention was to give the best in the time that we have. So I did not really take a look at the chat as many times as I would like to. Apologies for that, but the intention was to help Angadji, and if he's able to get it, then we all are very happy with that. Thank you, Kaustubh. Thank you, Ranveer. And I just want to show you that this is the matchup. You can see that Angadji will be playing Rahul Subramaniam, and these are the fixtures. You can see that he's playing against Rahul. Then the other matchups are also visible on the screen. Okay. Angad's tournament is starting now. Okay, that's good to know. I wish him all the best. Manas, thank you. ऑलराउंडर ब्लंडर करने वालों को क्या सजेशन दोगे? सजेशन मैं यही दूंगा, KAPP मतलब कीप ऑल पीसेस प्रोटेक्टेड. आपके जो पीसेस हैं सुरक्षित रखें उनको, ताकि आप किसी पीस को फ्री में ना दें. ये हो गया नंबर 1. नंबर 2, अगर अपोनेंट का कोई पीस सपोर्ट नहीं है उसके, तो उसके ऊपर थोड़ा ध्यान ज़रूर डालना. तो उससे क्या होगा कि अपोनेंट कभी ब्लंडर करता है, आप उसको ग्रैब कर सकते हो. यस आयुष, यू आर राइट. हाय कार्तिकेय. टूर्नामेंट लीग आई एम नॉट अवेयर, मे बी इज प्लेइंग इन द क्लब. आप अंगद जी का डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, शायद वहाँ से आपको पता चलेगा कि वेयर द इवेंट इज हैपनिंग. So that's all from my side. I'm about to wrap up now, and thank you chat for joining. It was a great experience. Ranveer, shout out. Yes. So with this I will call it an end. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you all rounder. Very happy that we did this. I'll be back again tonight we'll be doing the title Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. So join me at around 11:25. We'll be doing the title Tuesday coverage on chess.com India. Bye bye.